was, when asked about his age, he said, I'm looking around the room, I look better than most of you guys.
Right here.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dusty.
Nice to meet you, Dusty.
Jason, how are you, sir?
Dusty, how are you, pal?
And he does, by the way.
Don't worry about the
Dusty Baker.
Dusty, I was just saying that
Welcome to DC, Dusty.
my favorite line of your press conference was something to the effect that you were looking around the room and you said, I look better than most of you guys. Got a nice suit, I'll tell you that. Looks sharp.
How are you, man?
Welcome to
Hey,
DC.
I'm doing good.
It's
Thank
nice to meet you.
you. Oh, nice to meet you.
Dusty,
too.
also found it interesting, we got to know Matt Williams the last couple of years, came on the show every Wednesday, and we had dinner with him a couple times. You talked about a couple years ago that when the Nationals were looking for a manager, you knew Matt was interested and was part of the search, so even though you wanted to be back in baseball, you basically said, I don't want to touch this job at this time, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, and Matt had come into my office in Cincinnati, and late in the year, and he says, hey, I might have a chance to go to the Washington Nationals, and so we talked a couple times over the winter, and well, I lost my job first, and then this job was open, Detroit was open, Seattle was open, so I called. Not me, my agent called, and I told him I'm not going to cut Matt out of the job.
Right.
Because that's my boy.
Right.
And, but I did want to show people that I wasn't retired.
Yeah.
Because at the end in Cincinnati, they had said, "Hey man, we want you to retire," and I said, "I'm not ready to retire." And so I put the word out that I wasn't retired, and so that's when I contacted Matt.
What did you miss most over the last 2 years?
Miss most?
Yeah.
Probably when just competing, I think, and
Just getting out there and being around the guys. And,
yeah,
That's what everyone says. The
And I miss-
camaraderie,
Yeah,
competing.
and I miss the national anthem.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because the national anthem is sung, the game's the same no matter where you play.
Right.
Right.
And those 3 hours that are sacred in there during the game time, those 9 innings or 9 innings plus, that's the same game when I was a kid or when I was a manager, when I was a player. That's the thrill of baseball.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, just following up on the Matt Williams stuff. We love Matt. We had him on every Wednesday. We hope to have you on every Wednesday during the season.
We'll see.
Did you? Right.
Depends on how you like us.
Right.
How much you like
It
us.
depends how much time and how much they're working me over here.
Right, right.
We got it. Fair
All right,
enough.
all right.
But the question is, did you? So you didn't want this job 2 years ago. You didn't want to take it from your boy. Since then, in the last 3-4 weeks, as this opening, became a job for you potentially, did you talk to Matt about what you were getting into,
Well,
personnel-wise, management-wise, etc.?
Some of that, but I was really, I was really sort of trying to ease his pain, sort of, because I know, especially your first firing, man. I mean, you feel like you're the scorn of the earth, like you failed.
Yeah.
So I was more worried about how he was handling, the firings.
Right.
And I know Matt. He's strong.
He's tough.
He's tough, but he's also a person with sensitivities and emotions and feelings. So, that was the main thing, and I kind of wanted his graces, before
Right.
I started talking to the Nationals and let him know that I
It's like manager code.
Do you think
You got man code, it's like manager code.
Yeah, there is.
Do you think he'll land on a staff here for next year somewhere?
And I urged him to do that.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, you may not be managing right away, but you need to get back into baseball. And we talked about it the other day before I came here.
Did he say it was a good job though? Like, this is a great job for you. You got
Oh,
great
yeah.
personnel here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, whatever. You can win here.
Yeah.
That's
but
the thing.
Yeah, but I can't tell you what we talked about. But
Essential.
the thing about it is, I just told Matt, it's like, like your dog dies, and then you got to go out and get another dog.
Right.
Or else you'll be in mourning for a long time. And I was more concerned, with him than I was, picking
Right.
information about the job.
Right.
Now this team is going to look a lot different next year with you than it did the last couple of years because of all the guys leaving and
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not the same team.
And you
so-
said you watched a lot of baseball the last couple of years. I'm sure you watched the Nats too.
Right,
But
okay.
but
I said
it's
it.
going to look different.
Yeah, it's gonna look different, but I'm just hoping that we can replace some of the guys that are, are not, that are free agents.
Right.
Because it's hard to expect everybody to think this is the same team that you lose 3 or 4 key,
Key guys, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's hard to
key
replace
guys.
those guys.
Yeah, but unless you have somebody in the minor leagues, hopefully, or the free agent market, and so this is where the real work starts is to try to put the pieces of the puzzle back together.
Yeah.
And not to have any weaknesses.
Yeah.
Now, some have criticized your managerial style. We're all Team Dusty right here. Does it say that on the air the last couple days?
Yeah, but
I want your reaction to this. Like, they'll say, Dusty Baker doesn't care about on-base percentage. Dusty Baker ruins guys' arms. What's your reaction to that?
My reaction is, hey, those guys don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
If I didn't care about on-base percentage, then why am I beating your butt all the time?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Now, what I said was, the walk, I think, is being overemphasized, especially with guys that can't run the bases.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the game is called hitting. It's not called walking, and walking is a byproduct of not being pitched to or either falling off enough pitches. And the people that are talking stuff about I ruin arms, hey man, after 20 years, how many people don't have somebody that's had an arm operation? The last 2 years, there have been more Tommy Johns than anybody in the history of the game, and I wasn't even in the game. So they can't blame you for those. I mean, you look at the Cardinals. Wainwright has had 2 operations.
Yes.
Carpenter had a couple. Garcia had a couple. I mean, you look at every team.
It's happening everywhere, yeah.
It's happening everywhere. So you know something.
How do you?
They're always going to be distractors.
Yeah.
There's always haters.
There's always haters. And go talk to my guys and see if I ruined them.
Right.
I mean, that's supposedly I ruined prior. There was no such thing as pitch counts, and we had unwritten pitch counts ourselves.
Right.
Now this stuff is new with Strasburg.
Right.
I mean, if we'd had the Strasburg kind of scenario and situation back then, maybe this might not have happened. But there was no such thing at that time.
And you actually said in the press conference, one of your nicknames, I think you gave us a couple, International Bake was one, but you said the chameleon, which is you do change and you do evolve.
Hey man, I've changed all my life. You know what I mean? But I've changed. I'm a guy that believes in old morals and ideas, which isn't bad.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to teach it in a modern way.
Yeah.
So that people understand and hopefully grasp on what you're saying.
What is your approach? We're talking to Dusty Baker, the new manager of the Nats. What's your approach on, establishing relationships with the players, new guys that you've never met before? You said you were going to, reach out and talk to some of these guys. What is that process like?
Well, process is like, I can't travel all over the United States. I got family and stuff to do. But there's certain guys I might go see. There's certain guys I'll probably call. Once the smoke clears, I got 592 text messages to answer first.
Right.
That's the
Hey, you tweeted though like 45 minutes ago. I don't know if you personally tweeted,
me,
but
that was not me. I'll just tell you right now. Okay, somebody tweeted for me.
Right.
it was like your 23rd tweet ever.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I've sent 0 tweets in my life.
Okay, man. Well, and me too. And something.
So you said you're going to call some guys and
Yeah, I'm gonna call some guys, and my reputation preceded me actually meeting them.
Right.
But at the same time, there's nothing like a personal approach.
Yes.
And, just to check on them, say, hey man, how are things? Boom, boom. Like what kind of shape you're in, how you feeling, and let's go. Because the personal approach is the best approach.
Right.
You actually
and
said
that's one of your
love.
strengths.
He actually said love matters. You learned that from Bill Russell. Can you talk about why
And-
love matters in the clubhouse and how that means a team may be more successful and win more games?
Well, correct. I mean, I learned that from Bill Russell, and I also learned that from Bill Walsh. And love does matter. Because we all need it. And but also love is discipline at the same time. Sometimes. So you look at the Kansas City Royals. You can't tell me there's not a lot of love in that clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
Those guys, they genuinely love each other. I mean, now they're going to get together. If they don't see each other for 20 years, they're going to have a reunion of when they were the world champs.
Right.
And these are some of the things that you take with you. These are some of the things that you see a guy go from boyfriend and girlfriend to being married to having kids. Even some of them divorcing new families. You know what I mean? And so you grow up, with them. And, you know, just like I've grown up with some of my players, and Lasorda grew up with me and my family. So, you know, we're a close-knit family, and we have to.
Right. Well, hopefully Papelbon and Bryce can get married. And
I would say, hey man, you don't have to get married. You don't even have to socialize together. You just got to get along at the workplace.
Right.
You know?
Well, we know you got to go, Dusty. Appreciate the time, and congratulations. It's great to have you in the city.
All right, guys. Thank you.
It's
very
Dusty
much.
Baker, new
All right,
manager of the Washington Nationals.
Thank you. Okay, you got it.
All right, it's got some nice.